Kia ora whānau, friends, followers, welcome to another day in the life, well, a moment in the life of Swan out at Delaware Bay. We're in Hira, we're in Nelson, top of the south. How's it going? It's 1:30, Monday the 20th of May, and I'm just prepping our tea tonight on my wife's. We're having hangi in the pot, and I'm just preparing the pumpkin to go in. Everything else is pretty much done, well, thereabouts. And that's probably enough pumpkin. I'll just cut that core out, get rid of those seeds. Chuck that in there. We usually only have the three types of meat in our hangi. Bit of lamb if we're lucky enough to be able to get it, pork and chicken. Bit of stuffing, pumpkin, some potato, and of course kumara. I have the old kumara. Well, it's nice to have the kumara if you can afford to get some or have some. Grow your own is the best bet. We didn't grow any this year, we had some last year though. Right, cut the skin off the pumpkin. Just a bit there. Important to get the skin off. That looks pretty good. So put that in the compostable bucket. Cut this up. This is a pumpkin, reasonable size portions. That's how veggies looks like. So I'll show you briefly. In the bowl there we got pumpkins, potatoes and some kumara in there. Here's our meat, pork chops, chicken breast because I couldn't find any chicken legs or wings in our freezer, so chicken breast it is. A bit of lamb chop. Pumpkin of course. Switch it back up there. I use this old cheating countdown stuffing or always stuffing. Very basic and easy. I'm going to add some onion to it and put a bit of butter in it as well. So I'm just going to make the stuffing now in 1 minute, I'd say. Pretty easy. Just take it out of this. It's only a couple of bucks for one of these. It's just a lazy, cheat way of making an easy stuffing. And then just tip the whole lot into a bowl, like so. I'm just going to add in all these onions into it and that butter. So it's ready. Shit, I want it too bloody. Yeah, that looks fine. So here's the butter, melted butter. Add that in. It's mixed up. Might need a bit of water. I've boiled the jug previous, so the water is hot in the jug. Yep, gonna need a bit of hot water. Hot water in there. Stir it up. I need a little bit more. Hopefully that's enough. Should be enough. Simple as. Stuffing is just the cheats. Stuffing when you can't be bothered, which I can't be. Bit more, just so it binds a bit better. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that's not too much. Getting the rest of that butter in there. Got a last mix. Should be all good, hopefully. Hopefully that holds together. Tin foil. Plonk it out on that. Feels a bit soft. Show you. That's what we ended up with. No, feels all good. So I'll just put that together, shape it into a square. Hopefully that stays together. It feels a bit, like it's going to all crumble up. I haven't done it this way before. Stuffing first time, hopefully it works. So roll it up. You should have a little package like, oh, where's that pointing? A little package like that. Hopefully. And then you just get a knife and stab it. To get the air circulating through it. A few holes should be enough. Hopefully that stuffing is going to sit. Right, now what? You'll need the pot, of course, the baskets, the veggies, meat over there. So, we'll get that stuff sorted. So with the baskets, we just line them, well, we like to line ours with cabbage leaves, beautiful cabbage leaves, both baskets, top and bottom, cabbage leaves. This is going to be the bottom basket with the meat, so we'll put our thicker things that are going to cook, take a bit longer to cook. It'll be the red meat, even though they're all pretty skinny, you know, in this. There's no big cuts of meat, really. We put the lamb chops first, pork chops on top, and the chicken breast on the very top. Gee, those are big, huge chicken breasts. So I'll show you that. What's that? I'm doing that. It's going all over the place. Chicken breasts on the top, pork. That basket is full. It's chocker. So that's that. Stay there, balance there. I'll put another cabbage leaf on top, maybe, to cover that. Play ball here. Yep, that'll work. Just put this basket aside, put the other basket, put our veggies in. Once again, some cabbage, beautiful cabbage leaves lining the basket. If you haven't tried one of these, yeah, you should try and invest in getting one. They're very delicious, actually. Alright, just tip all that out. Doesn't matter what order these go in, just get them in there. Kumaras, pumpkin and potatoes. There's a bit of stuffing, leftover stuff in there. Just shove it there. Right. So we're done with that. And now, just turn this off for a minute. Hey, back again. This is what they don't tell you on Hangi Kai Cooker or whatever it is. What are those things called? I've got one. I don't even know what they're called. Hangi in the pot, whatever. Anyway, my pot, because it's on such a high temperature, and they've got copper welded onto the bottom or soldered onto the bottom. Because it's on that high heat, got to watch the copper, it comes off sometimes. It did on our pot, and so luckily we got another one in the cupboard. So we're just using that. Luckily the baskets and that fit in. But what they don't tell you about those sticks that I have shared on Facebook, I'm not 100% sure that it is, but I'm pretty sure that it is. It's these, which you can buy in most supermarkets, and it is beef jerky Jack Links original beef stick, and that is what I've used ever since I believed I knew that it was those, and so I tried them, and yes, sure enough, pretty much exactly the same. So I stock up on these every time I go in. I get a pack, a 6-pack or something. They're only like, if you get the individual sticks, they're like $1.10 or something. And so yeah, that's what you use. I use one whole one of these, cut it in half, and chuck both bits into the pot. Right, so now that we've got our pot set up, you put both ends of the stick you've cut in half into the pot like that. Put them both in there. And now I put the baskets in. Put your meat basket in first, so this one. You get these fancy hoodaki hooks, which are those things over there, they come with the pack. But yeah, I'm just going to drop it in. A little bit difficult with one hand, but fits in. Yeah, it's a different pot. The other one's outside over there, hanging up on the tap outside, because the bottom come off. And now vegetables. Geez, I might put some on the top. Some more cabbage. That basket sits on top of that one. Well, it sort of slots in together, like so. And our stuffing sits on the top of that. But I might put some more cabbage on top of that. And then you use 1.5 litres out of the jug. Make sure it doesn't have to be boiling, but warm or hot. So that's up to there, 1.5 litres. You don't do that. First of all, you put this on, put the lid on, turn your element on to high, as high as it goes, and you leave it for 10 minutes till it's smoking, and that's when all that flavour from those sticks comes up and through all the vegetables and meat, gives it that nice aroma and flavour of hangi. After you've done that for 10 minutes, then you pour in your 1.5 litres of warm to hot water, put the lid back on and leave it. I do mine for an hour, so all up, that's all up, so